She has such a big social profile. She has so many endless DMs, endless attention. The relationship cannot grow because she always would compare. The time she won't even feel the sadness, because the time she might gonna have a fight with you, eventually she gonna open her Instagram, she would see multiple DM, multiple fucking likes. उसके पास वो दुख का माहौल नहीं रहेगा. Let me tell you something that nobody else would speak about it. Love as you think it exists has died, brother. Ancient time में जैसा प्यार पहले होता था अब वैसा नहीं होता. Because something has changed. Because modern women are incapable of love. They can't love anymore. Like the ancient women used to love. Let me tell you something. जब ancient time में एक बंदी को एक बंदा चाहिए होता था for love, she was always looking for the man who was leader, who was strong, and who can provide. और उससे क्या होता था, गुरु मोहब्बत जो थी वो डबल हो जाती थी, डिजायर ज्यादा रहती थी, क्योंकि वो बंदा जो था अपने रोल में था, अपने मैस्कुलिन रोल को उसने रखा हुआ था. It was intact with his principle, and she was intact with her. That was feminine, that was nurturing. They were like the queen of nurture. They were like absolute beautiful flower. उनके पास बहुत ज्यादा प्यूरिटी होती थी. So it was easy for them to choose a right man. But at this very moment, something has changed. क्योंकि अब जो feminine energy है ना गुरु, is not the feminine energy anymore. Because the feminine energy is something, what they are trying to do is it is desanitized. It's being erased. The very energy, the very frame that women need is being erased because they think that makes them weak. That is not the power. They're trying to chase masculine energy. They're shedding their feminine energy and they're trying to be more like a masculine. So जब एक बंदी जो masculine बनेगी, when she gonna lead in a relationship, when she gonna control in a relationship, then how do you think man would actually love that woman? Because man fundamental role is guru, leading, protecting, providing. और उससे क्या होता है कि भाई बंदे को एक मिशन मिलता है, एक पर्पस मिलता है कि ये मेरी फैमिली है, ये मेरी बंदी है और इसके लिए मैं कर रहा हूँ यार, इसके लिए मैं कर रहा हूँ. And she is willing to be like a flower. She has that feminine energy. बट व्हेन जब फेमिनिन जब वो उसकी फेमिनिन एनर्जी जो है मैस्कुलिन बनती जाए तो फिर पोलैरिटी नहीं रहती गुरु. जब पोलैरिटी नहीं रहेगी तो वो जो चीज होगी वो रिपल करेगी. इट वुड रिपल, यू अंडरस्टैंड इट, दे वुड रिपल ईच अदर. बट if she would act like her, like in her, if she would act in her frame, जैसा उसका frame है, nurture, beautiful, polite, soft, understanding, like a flower, and his role is leading, protecting, and he would stay intact in that, then eventually जो love होगा वो grow करेगा. But अगर ये भी masculine बनी और ये बंदा भी masculine है, then eventually love can never grow. तूने देखा होगा गुरु, जिस रिलेशनशिप में बंदी जो है वो मैस्कुलिन की तरफ जाती है तो वो बंदा ऑलरेडी मैस्कुलिन रहता है क्योंकि वो उसका एक फंडामेंटल रोल है. तो भाई उस रिलेशनशिप में सिर्फ और सिर्फ रिपल्जन रहती है. इट बिकम एब्सोल्यूट टॉक्सिक बिकॉज व्हाट शी इज ट्राइंग टू डू इज शी इज कंपीटिंग विद दैट मैन. एंड व्हेन शी इज ट्राइंग टू compete, then eventually man feel no purpose in the relationship. Man feel there is nothing that I can do. She's doing all the things because she's taking the authority, she's making the choices, she's taking the big decision which I should take. That's it. Relationship cannot grow from now on because when she erased the very thing that truly defines her and that can actually stronger the love is no more in her. So then eventually that relationship can never grow. So that's why women cannot love in a modern time. They are incapable of love. And how come they are acting like a masculine? Why is that? Why is that? Why they all of a sudden they want to lead? Why all of a sudden they want to lead in a relationship? Why all of a sudden गुरु उनका जो वो feminine frame है वो कम हो रहा है and जो masculine frame है उसको जो है वो ज़्यादा grow कर रहे हैं? Why is that? क्योंकि एशियन टाइम में तो मैस्कुलिन उन्हें बनना नहीं था, because they knew that it's not required. But all of a sudden something has changed. The time has changed, but her biology is still same. Because Guru, now what she can do is she can go to work and she can make her own money. She can buy a grocery. She can lock her doors of her house and she can still survive. So what does that mean? इसका मतलब कि Guru, now she can survive without a man. It means she has her independence, the thing that you call. She thinks she is independent. She thinks she doesn't need a man anymore. Man on shit. अब मुझे नहीं लगता कि मेरे को कोई बंदा चाहिए लाइफ में, क्योंकि I can make money, I can cook for myself, I can do all the things that help me to survive. But she's not realizing one thing. The time is changed, but her biology is still the same. Because by flesh, she's still feminized. She's still, उसके पास अभी भी वो feminine frame है. How much she gonna push herself to the masculine frame? She would always find herself lonely. How many times she would say, oh, I don't need a man, but eventually in the quiet night at 2 a.m. she would still text some man. How many times she would do that? And the thing is, you need to understand it. How come all of a sudden they are incapable of love? Like, why is it? Because love is something that is, it's sacrifice, and they don't want to sacrifice. Love is something that starts with an attachment, and attachment starts with a memory. And when they are on the Instagram, or when they are anywhere where they have their profile, for example, Tinder, Bumble, any dating site, she's getting constantly by swipes, likes, validation. And every other guy is giving her butterflies. So जब भाई चीजें जो है ना बहुत ज्यादा होने लग जाती हैं, when you have an infinite access of so many things, then eventually you lose the value. When you have $1 million in a bank, then you lose the value of so many smaller digits, like the coins. You say, fuck it doesn't really matter. What is happening with her brain chemistry? She is constantly getting dopamine. उसका जो VTA है, ब्रेन का रिवॉर्ड सिस्टम, वो हमेशा एक्टिवेट है. और जब वो एक्टिवेट हमेशा रहेगा, मीन्स डोपामिन जो वो हमेशा ऊपर ही रहता है. Because she's a little bit sad. Oh, there's a like, somebody liked her photo. Oh, she's a little bit sad. Oh, somebody just texted her, hey beautiful, where are you? Oh, there is no time for her to think. You understand it? She doesn't even have a time for her emotions. She doesn't even have a time for her void. So every day, every moment she's getting texts. Every moment she's talking to some guy. And everything it's all changes. Like, हर एक नया बंदा आ रहा है. Because, oh, this guy's gone, boom. There's a new guy who's going to text her. So there's an endless options. When there are endless options, it means things become valueless. Things become valueless. She doesn't know fucking how to love, how to bond. Because जब dopamine हमेशा तेरा ऊपर चलता जाएगा, गुरु, तेरा oxytocin जो है वो ज़्यादा नहीं जाएगा. And that is the very hormone that helps to create the love. That help to bond with somebody. And when she's gonna constantly have hookups, so many casual flings, situationship, talking with so many multiple dudes, eventually her brain chemistry gonna be fucked up. क्योंकि भाई जो एक हार्मोन होता है लव का, ऑक्सीटोसिन, as I mentioned to you, वो भाई बॉन्ड करता है इमोशनली और सेक्सुअली जब किसी बंदे के साथ वो जुड़ती है. बट जब मल्टीपल पार्टनर्स होंगे, उसके जो pathway है भाई वो जो है ना वो कच्चे हो जाते हैं, वो टूट जाते हैं. So eventually you see a lot of, there are so many women on the Reddit, they will say, oh, I have slept with a 30 man, I want to love somebody, I really want to care, but somehow my heart doesn't really, my body just doesn't feel anything. Because she had so many sexual relationships with so many men. That is why they are feeling lonely. Some girl had there's one girl who said, I had a beautiful relationship with my fiance, then eventually, but I chased a guy on the Instagram, he pumped me, dumped me and everything, then eventually I lost my ex. He had every reason to do that shit. So what it means, it really means that they are incapable of, because they are constantly getting bombarded with so many attention and validation, and their biology is still the same, and the feminine frame is being erased by them, and they think what is they call is liberation, what is they call is empowerment, but that is the very thing that is killing themselves. It is like they're having a war with themselves. समझ रहा है? तो उनके अंदर ही एक पोलैरिटी क्रिएट हो गई है. सो व्हेन दे आर गोइंग टू हैव अ वॉर विद देमसेल्फ, देन इवेंचुअली दे वुड ऑलवेज be repulsive, they would always defend themselves, they won't have that love for somebody because they're emotionally cold, they doesn't have the purity for anybody, so that's why they are incapable of love. So that's why a lot of modern women are can't love, because of the modern time. So brother, you need to understand it. If you really want to find somebody who is not like this, then you need to understand it. You got to look at her past. That is important. You gotta look at her social media. If it is private, it doesn't have so many people, it means it's absolutely great. Her brain chemistry is aligned. Her emotional status is beautiful. That's it. That's all. She's the one. She still has her feminine frame in herself, so she can get herself attached to you. बट अगर तू किसी बंदी के साथ जुड़ेगा भाई जिसके पास बहुत ज़्यादा, she has such a big social profile, she has so many endless DMs, endless attention, the relationship cannot grow because she always would compare. The time she won't even feel the sadness, because the time she might gonna have a fight with you, eventually she gonna open her Instagram, she would see multiple DM, multiple fucking likes. उसके पास वो दुख का माहौल नहीं रहेगा, उसके पास वो दुख का मोमेंट भी नहीं रहेगा, because there are so many other things that would fill her. So the dopamine would go up, you know, her VTA would be active, means oxytocin cannot really bond, you know, so oxytocin जो है वो weaken होता जाएगा, means जो oxytocin होगा वो नीचे रहेगा. So that's it. Love hormone कभी तेरे लिए हो ही नहीं सकता, because she's too busy getting her instant dopamine. And that's it, brother. Take care.